always used to give him bracha of nachas from children. Nachas from children. And one time my father burst out, because that was the relationship with the Rebbe, and he said, thank you, kind of, but can I get a little parnasa also?
Livelihood.
You know, a livelihood, money, something, you know? And the Rebbe looked at him and said, I gave you the best, I gave you nachas from children, the bracha of nachas from children. What else is there? So my father, of course, thought for him, he told me that he didn't say anything. I'll tell you what else there is. There's a good paycheck. But he didn't say that. But the last time my father came to the Rebbe said something very interesting to him. It turned out it was the last time, but we didn't know it was going to be the last time. It was the time before the Rebbe passed away. And the Rebbe said to him, I give you a bracha to get nachas from yourself. Says, you're doing all these things, you should have nachas from yourself. And that is a big bracha, to get nachas, to get pride, to get some kind of good feeling, satisfaction from your children, but also to get satisfaction from ourselves, and at the same time doing what we need to do regardless of what it is or where it is, without ego, as a chayal, as a soldier. That is what we hope for Moshe, that is what we hope for our children. And now, l'chaim, l'chaim. How about we do that?
Well, I'll just say one thing. I didn't think about, I really didn't plan on speaking because actually up until out this morning I couldn't speak the last few days. This is not such an easy thing for me. Rabbi Kaufman said to me last Shabbos, he's like, oh, compared to the bris, this will be easy. And I was like, no. The bris was actually, they say the definition of simcha, that word of happiness is the joy you feel when you do a mitzvah. And at his bris, I was actually like supremely experiencing simcha. Like I wasn't conflicted or uncomfortable at all. I was thrilled. This is a lot harder for me. I was thinking a lot about the idea of why we do this at 3, and the idea of orla, which is when the tree is grown in Eretz Yisrael for 3 years, we can't derive any benefit from the fruit. It's complicated, but let's say for 3 years essentially. And we also talk about the ilah, the part of the body that's removed, is also called orla. I was thinking about the idea, and we do an Upsherin, or actually a beautiful thing to call it, actually I've heard was machin payas, to make him payas, and put it in a positive framework, is that a man is compared to a tree in the field. And so similarly, like the orla, this milah, this is the idea of like we don't take anything from him, from his hair, until he's 3. And losing sort of my baby, if you will, and allowing him to grow up, I realized that I guess it's really because I want the Jewish people to derive benefit from him. And as he starts his Torah education, like this is what I'm sending him off to. But yes, he should have nachas from himself, but he should start his education so he could give nachas not only to himself, but to all on Israel, fulfill his mission in this world. And and I might be a little bit sad, but really it's a deep, deep symbol. And I thank you all for coming.
All right.
And we start traditionally.
I didn't know this.
Actually, Rabbi Steinsaltz on his birthday. We
Rabbi
had a
very big discourse. Rabbi Steinsaltz was here. I wasn't. Rabbi Steinsaltz was here, and Jill made the trip. Esther, made the trip into New York City, and he actually took the first sniff of the hair. So
he did in the back, but there's the idea. I learned this actually from State. Is that where your son-in-law, you're his shliach here. The idea of where he's going to wear his tefillin, God willing, on his bar mitzvah, the place where he's going to put his tefillin. And if you're wondering why I've done these little funny things here, it's so that when everyone is invited to take a snip, that we don't cut his payas. We don't cut his payas. Well, we'll cut them short, but so that people don't cut too much off. You don't want. And the other thing is that every simcha should be accompanied by thinking about the people in our community who need things. So I'd like when you come to take a snip of hair from Moshe, he's going to offer you a quarter, and that you should give it to tzedakah. So Hadassah, here, Gabrielle, you hold. Okay, here, Moshe, you do tzedakah. Hadassah, you're going to be in charge of giving a quarter to Moshe for each person, and you're going to hold the push.
Before I go further, I just want to say thank you to our hosts.
Oh yes, thank you.
Thank you so much to the
Leslie
Ospreys.
and Josh.
No, yes, don't say no. Yes, thank you very much. Thank you, Josh, for building the house to have the Upsherin.
No, really, I want to give you a blessing.
Taking it down tomorrow.
I want to give you, no, sorry, I don't care. my party. It's Moshe's party. I bless you that this house that you built, that was not so easy for you to build, not only just in practical
The book is coming out later.
practical terms, but in the sneeze way that you're extremely tzniut people. And I know that you built this house so it could just be a place of learning, of mitzvahs and simchas. Not only for your family, but for everyone, the whole community. I first and foremost bless you that this should be a home of tremendous spiritual shefa and blessing, and always happiness, health, nachas from yourselves, from your children, from your grandchildren, your parents, nieces and nephews, right? And really, it should all come back, like the Rebbe said, it should nachas from your children.
Okay. Amen. Let's go. Here we go. There we go. Next. Move away. Yeah. Okay, next.
That's so.
My turn.
Wait, I have to do a recorder.
Thank you very much.
Be careful with the scissors in Moshe's eyes. Okay.
Everybody move away. Grandma and Papa.
Here, Nomi, Moshe, you have to give her to Nomi so she can get stuck.
You would be able to raise the balloon a little. It's a balloon's getting the haircut in most of the pictures.
Moshe, give this to Papa. Mom, we have a photographer. I know it, but I want to try to. Mom, please. These pictures might be better.
Okay, who's next?
Moshe, his cousin jumped in.
Move away.
There you go. Careful of his eyes. Yeah.
I gotta get on the other side.
How about in that we go over here? Moshe, you give this to cousin Jonathan? You're not getting him on?